Tree Country 1330 WTRE. Welcome to the 36th annual Power of the Past.
Good evening, everyone, and it's a beautiful Wednesday in southeastern Indiana. And, of course, it's the third weekend in August, almost, and it's warm, which can only mean one thing. It's tractor time in the tractor field out at the Decatur County 4-H field.
That's right. We've got a great breeze, a little humidity, but we expect it for August.
That's right. You can deal with the heat. We don't need necessarily a bunch of rain.
That's right. And it looks like it's going to be clear. So we are currently sitting in a sea of orange this year.
It's the year of the Alice Chalmer.
It is. And what a great turnout. We're going to get numbers coming up here from Clark Martin in just a little while. We've got a lot of great visitors we'll have all week long and learn a lot of history of here at the Power of the Past.
It's one of those things where this is always a lot of fun to do. You and I did it last year. First year out here, Power of the Past has been a supporter of the Live at 5 at the fair this year and had us out here last year after we did it at the fair. And it's always a lot of fun to talk to different folks that have different interests, but yet there's kind of this continuing thread that everybody here is here for antique tractors, hit and miss engines, steam engines, thrashing, sawmill. There's a toy show, auctions, a little bit of everything, and you can't forget the food.
That's right. There's something for everybody. I know most of the normal foods are back this year. The pork chops had to move. The pork producers had to move spots due to construction. But for the majority, everybody is here. There's plenty of shopping. The livestock barn stays full of all kinds of guests that are out there selling. And, you know, it's one of those shows that everybody loves to come every year. And you get to visit with so many people.
I think the cool part, and we'll talk with each of our guests about this is as well, last year was the year of the deer, John Deere. There was a ton here, and I'm sure Clark can give us some of the info about last year versus this year so far. But some folks don't ever want to see green paint in their life, and so they only come when it's orange, or they only come when it's blue. And, each year it's different featured tractors, different places in the field. We're in a little bit different spot this year. Last year we were on a trailer. This year we're under the tent. So I think we've upgraded.
We've upgraded. We're not baking in the sun quite so much.
That's right. And it's always a lot of different interest for why are you involved in this? Where did your equipment tractors come from? Why do you keep coming back, or why is it your first year here? Hopefully we'll have an opportunity to talk to somebody who this is their first year. And I know we've got somebody out there who bought a steam engine, right? You do not find young people, I think, in their mid-20s, bought a steam engine, and it's here this year. Hopefully we'll get a chance to chat with them this week, too, to talk about why.
You know, I think as we talk to people, and we learned this last year, it's such generational. And you and I both come from a farming background as well, and kind of the same thing is we both have things out here this year. And it's great to see how the generations continue to come back year after year. The other thing I've learned this year, we've got people coming from as far as Alaska this year.
Which is pretty amazing when you think about it. And I know I was waiting on some information from tourism to tell us what the numbers are. So maybe on Friday I'll have that info from them. But it's thousands of people who come every year from all over the Midwest, all over the country. And even out of country, and they have that data. So I was trying to get that from them. I only remembered to ask them today. So I won't hold that too.
We'll give you some time,
I will give them some time to get back on that on Friday. But yeah, like you said, we've got people from all over the country.
Alaska, Florida, the East Coast, I believe, too, is represented. So we'll hopefully get to meet some of those people. And, we couldn't be here, number one, without the Power of the Past, great supporters of Live at 5. But we also do have a few others that have joined along with us for the show this go-round. We
do. So our first group, and we've got a lot. So we're going to break them up. We're going to talk about our sponsors a little bit in different groups as we go through the week. Overmeyer Agri Group, Decatur County Recycling, Ford Abstract, and Steer Heating and Cooling is our first group. We appreciate all their support. We've just begun out here at the Power of the Past. Today is opening day. Tractors were moving in. The flea market and everything, arts and crafts, open until 9 or 8 p.m. Tonight as well.
That's right. And then tomorrow they will start in with the tractor pulls and some more of the activities. So I know school kids were out today, and they'll be out the rest of the week. So we'll catch up with Clark here in just a minute and get all the stats on what's been going on throughout today.
That's right. We'll be back in 2 minutes here at Live at 5 on WTRE for the first day of the Greensburg Power of the Past.
Be your project big or small, make sure you've got the right gear to get the job done. B&C Rental has a huge lineup of equipment from backhoes and tractors, skid loaders, excavators, trenchers, lifts, stump grinders, pressure washers, all kinds of lawn implements, and Harley and Aaron can fill your propane gas grill tank as well. Plus, B&C has a nice lineup of U-Haul trucks, vans, and trailers if you've got something to haul. B&C Rental at 1131 West Ridge Parkway in Greensburg. Phone 812-662-6668.
Berger Electric in Greensburg offers a variety of electrical services, including residential, construction, and commercial wiring, recessed lighting installation, and electrical maintenance and repair, with specialties in landscape lighting and generators. Located at 933 North Michigan Avenue in Greensburg, visit their website, BergerElectricLLC.com. For all of your electrical needs, contact Berger Electric at 812-614-9109.
Whether it is your wedding day, the arrival of a baby, or simply a just because bouquet, Expression Florist is certain to have a perfect arrangement for you or a loved one. We are here to celebrate life's most exciting moments with you. We are also here to honor life's most difficult moments with you. The team at Expression Florist works with local funeral homes to create a lasting, memorable tribute to honor your loved ones' lives. Not only are we a full-service florist, but we also carry a large variety of gifts, including home decor, willow tree figurines, sympathy gifts, wind chimes, and so much more. Call Expression Florist today at 812-663-5147 or stop by to shop and meet the team at 943 North Michigan Avenue. Expression Florist, fresh blooms and smiles guaranteed.
Halderman Real Estate and Farm Management brings over 90 years of experience and industry knowledge to you and your operation. Whether it's assisting you with selling your farm or providing you with farm management solutions, serving our clients remain our priority. Whether it's equipment, agricultural real estate, recreational real estate, or even that rural residential housing, Halderman can help. Contact us today at halderman.com.
Tree Country 1330 WTRE. Welcome back to Live at 5 from the Power of the Past.
Good evening, and it's Wednesday out here in the tractor field. The sun is shining, the heat's up. Come over and see us if you're here on the grounds. Of course, you're listening on WTRE, 1330 AM, 104.3 FM. We are out here on the west side of County Road 200 West. So you can come out, you can visit with us, you can chat in between. And also, we're amongst all the orange paint. But right now, we've got the man who is the show, Clark Martin. I know it takes a great big team, but it always takes somebody who's spearheading it. 36 years. What's this year mean, and how's it going so far?
It's going. We've not had a very good productive morning, but we've got things worked out.
Let's talk about the positive first, and then we'll get into that.
But we're having good Alice's. We got a good turnout. We're expecting a few more yet tonight and tomorrow. We had that rain shower last night. That scared a lot of people off. They've been coming today, so we're good. I mean, we've worked through our hiccups today, and we've got everything. Everybody's in a better mood. Everybody's doing things now, so we're doing good.
This is the 36th year, but you have been involved every one of those years.
Years, right.
So tell us from when it started to this point today, what are some of the biggest changes you've seen?
Well, when we first started, we had 13 tractors, one steam engine, a few hit and misses. We was right around the headquarters building. So 36 years, we've grown.
Grown tremendously.
We've added something. We try to add something every year. This year we added a baker's fan back here. Last year was a sawmill. I mean, we just do different things every year, try to make it change, try to make it interesting for people.
Now, at the fair, you and Tom Cherry were talking to us at Live at 5 about the baker's fan and trying to figure out the calculation to reaching horsepower to resistance. And did you find it? Did you figure it out?
Tom's got it figured in his head. He's got it all mapped out on his Copenhagen can. He's got it all figured out.
Okay.
And we just have to trust his math.
He's got to
none
trust
of us
his
know.
math. Right. He's got to trust his math.
If he walks in here and says it's 5,000 horsepower or something, we're probably going to question his math.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Tom, though, so if he says it,
it's fine.
it's fine. That's
right.
Now, this year it is the year of the Alice Chalmers. Last year, John Deere. So when you look at that, there's popularity that comes with different colors.
Right.
We all know that.
Right. We all know that. The Internationals and the John Deere's usually is our best years. Then Alice Chalmers is the next, and then just kind of steadily draws down until we get back to them, and then rotates back up.
And every year it's rotated to a different tractor.
Right. Next year it'll be Ford.
How does Ford compare to like the Alice Chalmers?
Ford to be half of what we got now.
Okay. So we've talked about people coming from all over,
Right.
and I think you have the best part of all this because you get to talk to everybody. But I know you've mentioned Alaska, you've mentioned Florida, but where are some of the other locations that we're
We've
seeing
got a guy
people?
from Colorado. We've got one from New York. Several from Ohio. Some
All
from
right.
Kentucky. I mean, we get them from all over.
And
And they're just not here in Decatur County.
And they're bringing items to
They're bringing
display.
items.
They're
Yeah.
not just coming as attendees,
No.
which I think is a big deal, right?
Right.
It's not like they didn't bring a Matchbox.
Right.
I mean, they
No,
brought full-size
I mean,
agriculture
there's a
equipment.
guy brought a 6,000-pound tractor from Florida. You know,
Well.
he didn't bring a little bitty one. I mean, he brought a big one.
For you to be involved every year, including this year up to this point, and to see that people are making the effort to come from all of these different locations, that has to mean something to you.
It makes me feel good. It means we're doing something right. We're drawing, we're making them want to come.
Do those individuals that, like the guy from Florida, is he here in the Midwest on a show circuit that he's doing, or did he come just for ours?
Comes for us just to see.
Well, I think that speaks volumes as
The guy
well.
from Alaska, same way. He's seen it on RFD TV, and he said, I'll be there. You just like the way we had it.
Yeah.
Now, do you remember what last year's numbers were?
350 John Deeres.
Okay. And we are not expecting as much because obviously not as popular.
But I like to have 150 Alice's, and I think this morning we was at 125.
So we're close.
So we're close.
And if you can only come for a day, you don't care. Come.
No, come for an hour. Come all day. It don't matter to me. Come all weekend. It doesn't really matter to me.
There's good shopping.
Shopping,
There's good food. And there's so much to look at and learn about.
Right. I had a guy from Dayton, Ohio, called me this morning. He says, I'm getting ready to leave Dayton, Ohio. Do I need a golf cart? I said, well, it depends. We're on 50 acres. Depends on how you want to look at it.
Yep. And I think that's something too. People can bring their own golf cart to drive around. You got to buy a tag.
You got to buy a tag for insurance and all that. You got to buy a tag for $10 to come and ride around, see what you want to see, take your time.
And, we talk a lot about the tractors, but, we had the opportunity last year to ride on one of the steam engines.
Right.
But as you get towards the back of this tractor field, the steam engines, the spark shows back there, the sawmill. So tell us kind of give us the preview of the back side of the tractor field.
Okay, on the back side, we got a thresher machine. We got the sawmill. We got 2 Baker's fans. They've got a shredder. They got a pay-pack silage blower, chopper they use. I mean, there's just different activities going on.
So much to learn for someone who has never been exposed.
Right.
Which brings us to the school kids come out.
We had this morning, we had 140 Greensburg Elementary
And
fifth
then-
graders.
Will that continue all week long?
Tomorrow, South Decatur. Friday is North Decatur, St. Mary's, and Greensburg homeschooled.
I think it's 4th grade. It's Indiana history, I think, right? And so it ties into that, but in the 5th grade, which gives a great opportunity. So you're showing them steam engines, the thrashing machines,
Right, where your food comes from, your bread, the wheat out there makes your bread, makes your flour.
And you guys adjusted this year so that you were able to have wheat here
Right.
at the show.
Right.
I love it.
How
much.
do you relate it, right? Because I think that's something that a lot of people may say. Kids these days, they're stuck on TikTok. Are you on TikTok, Clark?
No.
Okay. Well, we might have to work on that. We'll get Jaden to help us get on TikTok.
Get him
But
set up.
how do you take somebody that spends a lot of time, right? Probably even in the 5th grade, unfortunately, looking at their phone. How do you make it interesting? How do you hold their attention and explain something, ancient to them?
When all that stuff is moving, you got they are focused. I mean, the kids look right there, they hear the whistle blow, and they see the things moving. I mean, they're focused.
And but what's the relation, right? Because they're there in the moment, which is
Right.
good. But how do you think they're learning it? Or what are they learning when they're standing there?
Well, we usually ask first thing, where does your food come from? They say Walmart. Mm-hmm. So then we start explaining all that, and they said, well, that doesn't make sense. You can't it's got to grow somewhere. So, I mean, they understand it. They get it.
It's a great education for them to come out and to see, just to see the history, honestly, because it's not something that many kids are exposed to anymore.
I talked to Mark Herbert. He comes down from Rushville, and we go back and forth. And we was talking about the other day where some of the kids we had 20 years ago come, now their kids are coming. And they enjoy it. They still see us. They talk about it.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do.
Right.
That's right.
I mean,
It's
they remember all of it.
It's something that's so unique, and especially in this area, we do have the Rushville show,
Right,
but you
right.
guys are a very unique show of your own.
I mean, we're different. I mean, everybody can have a show, but we're still different.
Now, Clark, you have a personal interest in tractors. I hear that they're not yours anymore because you keep giving them away.
Right. Kayla's got them all.
That way you can buy more, right?
Right. That's the whole idea.
It covers it up.
It covers it up.
Now, you guys do have a division in your family, though, over colors,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah. She doesn't know what's ripe yet.
Oh, she's still learning.
Yeah.
She will learn someday, right?
Someday she'll figure it out that the ripe ones are better than the green ones. You know,
I mean, cucumbers are ripe when they're green.
tomatoes not real good green though.
Oh, I like a good fried green tomato. That's ripe. That'd be fine. So before we went on here, you were talking. Now there's a board. Everybody out here is volunteering, right? It's full, and I think people need to. The gate fees. You guys sponsor a lot of stuff. There's a lot of cost that goes into running the show. It's not about paying people to work.
Right. I mean, we got to pay for the fairgrounds.
Yeah.
We got to, everything, insurance. I mean, everything costs everything.
And I think there's a lot of value in that. But you were talking earlier. It was you said the quote. It was like farming today.
Right.
It wasn't going.
Yeah, today was just like farming. When you get ready to farm, everything you think you're ready, and things break between you get from here and 20 feet. Things break. I mean, today was one of them days.
Well, and anything that runs in a circle's always broke.
Yep.
Sweep augers and silage unloaders and all that kind of stuff.
And then
right.
then you got to back up and realize that you're dealing with 175-year-old equipment, so things are going to break.
So talk to us just a little bit about the board, the volunteers, and everybody behind the scenes.
We got 9 directors. We got 4 officers, and then we got probably a half a dozen to a dozen officials to help us.
And it takes everybody.
And it takes everybody.
We talked on the air the other day about this, but you're thinking about next year now.
Yeah, I'm thinking now. I've already, after this morning's episode, I done kicked it to next. I told them guys, I said, don't ask me no more questions till Sunday, because I said, I'm done with this one.
It's over.
Yep.
That's right. This show is done. You were able to repair everything this morning?
Yep. Everything's repaired, ready to go again.
I'm sure, too, that you have a lot of knowledge, just your background, but able to teach a lot of younger people. Maybe they're coming out to the show and they're bringing their tractor, but just being able to share that knowledge. I think you and Tom Cherry and so many of you carry that knowledge that we don't have.
They have problems. They'll call me. How can I get my tractor started? Okay, over the telephone. I'll tell you what you need to do, how you need to do it, and then go, yeah.
Well, you guys are doing a phenomenal job. We're excited to be here. Thanks for having us again this year.
We appreciate you guys being here.
Well, we're looking forward to spending the week out here at the Decatur County 4-H Fairgrounds. We're going to be talking with board members, tractor exhibitors, and anybody and everybody that will spend a little bit of time with us tonight through Saturday, each night, 5 o'clock here on WTRE. We couldn't do it without the power of the past, but also these great sponsors.
Let's Hardware, BNC Rental, Grazing System Supply, Gillentow Funeral Home, and Haldeman Real Estate and Farm Management. We'll take a 2-minute break, and we will be back, I believe, with Kayla Martin. We're going to pass down the torch.
That's right.
What we're
going to
doing.
talk about the auction.
We are. We'll be right back in 2 minutes.
The backbone of America has been built on handshakes. In a handshake, there is trust, honesty, and a mutual commitment to building a long-lasting relationship. At Farm Credit Mid-America, we remain true to those principles. And while the world around us may be changing, we remain focused on securing the future of rural communities and agriculture. One home, one farm, and one business at a time.
Ford Abstract is a locally owned and operated full-service title insurance company. Title insurance ensures a free and clear title for both the buyer and lender's interests. Laura Littmer, owner since 2006 and in the industry since 1987, is joined by Debbie Schneider with 30 years experience and Maya Batterton, who joined in 2018. Working closely with lenders, brokers, and real estate agents, they can assist in selling, buying, or refinancing right through the final closing. Happy to help with all your real estate transactions. Give them a call at 812-663-2190 or email at fordabstract@voyager.net.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable. To record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
Hey everyone, Clay here at Grazing System Supply in Greensburg. If you're in the need for improved varieties of seed for your hay or pasture fields, or if you just want the best quality farm fencing and portable temporary fencing, stop in or call and let Chris or I help you with your project. You can reach us at 812-663-8588 or swing into our store on Westridge Parkway next to BNC Tool Rental in Greensburg, Indiana. Hope to see you soon.
The Kuhn GMD 240, 280 and 310 mowers offer increased durability, more features, and simpler operation. Available now at Let's Hardware and Equipment, your Kuhn dealer in Greensburg. The GMD Premium Series is available with working widths of 7 feet 10 inches to 10 feet 2 inches. Featuring the 100 Series cutter bar with heavy-duty discs, GMD mowers cut hay at a flat cutting angle, reducing dirt incorporation and increasing knife life. These mowers are designed with cutter bar protection, fast hookup features, and a single lever for transitioning between headland and mowing positions. Stop in or call Let's Hardware and Equipment, your Kuhn dealer, to find out more today.
Good evening and welcome back to WTRE's Live at 5 from the Greensburg Power of the Past. It's a beautiful Wednesday in southeastern Indiana. It's August. It's the big show that happens out here every year.
It is. We're here live at the Power of the Past, coming from the Decatur County Fairgrounds. 36 years. You think about that, a lot of history, a lot of legacy there. And this week we'll get to learn about so much of that.
We will, and we're going to talk to a lot of different folks that are involved in different capacities. And as we talked about in the first block with Clark, there's a ton of different things, no matter what you're looking for. And one of the really popular ones that is always a popular attraction to walk around, look at, see what's there. But then also Sunday is the auction. So Kayla Martin joins us. You are the empress of the auction, right? Everything goes through you.
Yep, everything.
Everything.
She's in charge.
That's right. So today's day one, drop-off day. Tell us a little bit about the process. How's it going? And if somebody wants to drop off something, do they still have time?
Yep, still have time. You have till Saturday. So today's Wednesday. So Thursday, Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Only thing I need is a driver's license when you come. Got to take all that information down. Only things that we're not taking is no tires. You bring me tires, I'm going to make you mad. You're going to go home with them. No tires, no home good items, no tonneau covers, camper shells, things like that. Everything else, I'll take it. Today was the first day, and I would say probably since I started, I think this is my third year, this is probably the biggest day for the first day.
So what's interesting about this auction is you bring your item in, it's auctioned off here. That'll be on Sunday, correct?
Correct, 9 o'clock.
All right, and you can start getting your bid number
At 7.
Okay. But a portion of the proceed goes back into the Power of the Past.
There's a percentage for how much it goes for. So however much it goes for, there's a different percentage for that.
All right. So historically, this has always been a very big event here at the Power of the Past.
Yes. Yep.
So how did you get put in charge of it?
Do you know who my dad is?
I've heard. Would you like to tell us who your dad is?
I got a phone call one day. He said, well, I'm looking for someone for the auction. You want to help? I said, well, I guess. He said, all right, hung up.
That was the end.
That's it.
So you grew up here.
Yep.
So tell us kind of that experience. And I'm sure you don't remember the really early years, but this has been your entire life. Your family kind of is very rooted here. Yes. So tell us what that experience is like.
You know, I remember I'd come home from school, be at Grandma Martin's house. She'd want me to do my homework. I said, nope, I'll do it when we go out there. Let's go. She would drive the slowest I think I've ever seen her drive to come here. I'd have to sit in that office. I'd do my homework, and then I'd go find Dad. I'd march around here, and I'd look for Dad. Once I did, that's where I was. I was on the golf cart riding around with Dad. Just what I was used to. That's what I did. And I think I was trying to find it last night. I finally got a name tag once I graduated high school. I finally pushed myself into the group then. Ever since then, I'm just hooked. That's how Dad was. He pushed me into it, and I'm stuck.
Now, we talked a little bit with your dad about the difference in colors in your family. So he didn't really elaborate, but why don't you give us the insight to that?
That he's wrong and I'm right. Green's better than the red. And the barn split right in the middle. Yeah, he has more red than he does green, but they're mine. That way he can get new ones every day. But, you know, at the end of the day, the red's pretty, but it's not the right one.
What a way to put it. That was very nice, wasn't it?
So you don't have to answer this because he is standing over there listening. But, I mean, you know, families at Thanksgiving get into fights over all kinds of things. Mine's never gotten into it over red or green tractors, but I guess each their own.
Yeah,
right?
It's happened before.
Yeah, there you go. Well, that's
happened.
And so how do you, you know, as a younger person involved in this, how do you help get younger people involved?
So I started 2-3 years ago. I started doing a junior board where I've got 3 or 4 of them now. It's on the board this year. You get a hold of me for a year, you'll go around and make sure that this is something that you want to do, because it is, it's more than a week. But we just sign you up and you just come in. So you get a hold of me. I'll tell you the gist of it. You can come this year. I can, hang out with me, hang out with anyone around here. And you'll see what it is and see if it's what you want to do. But, a lot of people are like, yeah, I want to do it. Then they see it and they're like, nah, I don't know. Which, it's not work, but it's work.
Yeah.
And it's vital to kind of get that youth into the
Yes, it
program,
is.
because you look at your board and they're fabulous people.
But they're old.
They're getting tired.
Yeah.
They are getting tired. They're ready for a break.
Yeah, they are. Yep. My dad, Tom, all of them, they're ready. But, at the end of the day, what are we going to do without them?
We need them.
Yep.
The knowledge they have, we need it.
Exactly. Oh, yeah.
So if someone does want to get a hold of you and are interested in the junior board, is there a phone number, or email, Facebook?
Yep. You can get me a hold of me on Facebook. Phone number 812-614-7559. I'll answer it. If I don't, leave me a message. But, if you see me out here, yellow shirt, blonde hair, sweating, red face, just talk to me.
There's plenty of sweat to go around this year.
Yes, there is.
So once again, the auction, give us all the details because it's this Sunday.
This Sunday, 9 o'clock. Get your bidder numbers starting at 7, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. till Friday, 8 a.m. to 2 on Saturday.
And no
tires.
Who gets bidder paddle number 1? Somebody, just whoever's first, or does it go to...
Honestly, I really couldn't tell you. Once
there
it
you
comes to that, I'm done.
That's right. It's like your dad was saying, once the show starts, we're done with the show, right?
Yep.
On to the next one.
Yep.
Love to see it come. Love to see it go.
That's right.
Exactly. Well, thanks, Kayla, for all you do to help get the auction set up. Again, you can drop off your items out here at the Decatur County Fairgrounds. Come in sort of by the extension office, and
in the back.
back in the back. So I take an option to do that. We're out here on behalf of the Power of the Past, but we're also sponsored by the Power of the Past to be here this year with Live at 5 on WTRE. Of course, you can listen on AM and FM, but we are also on YouTube, so you can watch us around the world, no matter where you are.
That's right. If you're not able to get out to see, Dave's great about putting a little extras out there with some of the views here, but we try to bring you as much as we can. If you can't make it out physically, sometimes you're not able to, or not here. So, or if you have family that has come to our show, you can then watch them from Florida or Alaska or New York.
That's right. And you got to tell them to get over here and get on the show.
That's right.
So we'll be back in just a couple minutes, but we want to be sure we thank our next round of sponsors.
Kokemeyer Brothers Feed and Grain, Farm Credit Mid-America, Stone's Farm Service, Burger Electric, Expression Florist, Russ Hubler Ford, and Painting Plus. We'll be back in 2 minutes live from the Power of the Past.
Kokemeyer Brothers Feed and Grain has been handling grain for area farmers for almost 50 years, with locations in St. Paul and Fairland. They supply corn to the Evan Williams Distillery and are your Purina feed dealer. Kokemeyer Brothers Feed and Grain. They're at 102 West Pearl Street in St. Paul. Phone 765-525-4309. That's Kokemeyer Brothers Feed and Grain of St. Paul.
Obermeyer Agri Group wants to thank you, Decatur County and surrounding counties, for over 40 years of business. We enjoy working with you and are looking forward to serving you for many years to come. We are the top grain handling and drying business in southeast Indiana. Obermeyer Agri Group believes in quality products, superior workmanship, and are committed to serving the needs of all our customers with distinction. We are open weekdays from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday by appointment. We are large enough to serve you, yet small enough to care. And we offer a quality line of Brock bins, unloading and drying equipment. Why not give us a call today, or even better, stop by our showroom and enjoy our antique memorabilia while you find out the latest in grain handling and drying equipment available today. Call us at 812-663-4020.
Painting Plus is the name homeowners and businesses trust for a fresh new look. From interiors to exteriors, touch-ups to total makeovers, their skilled team delivers top-quality work with lasting results. Known for reliability, attention to detail, and a commitment to customer satisfaction, Painting Plus turns ordinary spaces into something extraordinary. Call 812-560-7591 for your free estimate. Painting Plus, they don't just paint, they perfect.
Check out the great selection of new and pre-owned vehicles at Russ Hubler Ford in Greensburg. Located at 2010 North Lincoln Street in Greensburg, Russ Hubler Ford offers exceptional car care, tires, and customer service with a smile. For inventory, store hours, and current sales specials, visit RussHublerFord.com.
Friendly, reliable customer service that will make you comfortable. That's what you'll get when you call Steer Heating and Cooling. When it comes to your heating and cooling system's dependability, the people who install it make all the difference. That's why whether it's geothermal, heat pump, gas heat, or just air conditioning, you can count on Steer Heating and Cooling to get the job done right. If your furnace or air conditioner needs replaced or is not working quite right, call Steer Heating and Cooling and we can get you back on track. Call Steer Heating and Cooling at 662-8292.
Tree Country 1330 WTRE. Welcome back to the Greensburg Power of the Past. It is the 36th year. We are in the land of orange this year.
That's right. It's the year of the Allis-Chalmers. Lots of good stuff going on. Lots of different makes, models, sizes, shapes, wheel counts, attachments, all the stuff out here.
That's right. We are joined now by Don. Don, you are the Alice man.
I guess so.
That's what they told me.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah.
Now, you know some history of the Allis-Chalmers, right?
I know a lot of history of the Allis-Chalmers. I worked for a dealership for 37 years.
And where was that dealership at?
Right over here. Well, it's a bypass now on Highway 3.
So give us a little bit of the history, kind of where it started and how it evolved.
Well, the company started, and most people don't know this, but Allis-Chalmers at one time was the biggest manufacturer of grinders, mixers, flour mills, and all that kind of stuff. They also made a lot of the turbines that are in these hydroelectric dams, and some of them are still in use. They were in probably too many things, and that was the reason why eventually I think probably they ended up going bankrupt. They handled a little bit of everything, and farm tractors. They had some good, reliable farm tractors most of the time, and most of the guys that bought them liked them. And when I started at this dealership, I had not too long after I got married, and I had a little John Deere tractor. But I found out that wasn't the thing to have if you're going to work for an AC dealership. so I had it about 1 year and I sold it. And then I started with Allis-Chalmers tractors, and for a long time, I pulled what they called stock pulling tractors, WD-45s and WCs and those, and over the years I've had a number of them. And then they came up with the idea of starting this club, and I was in on it. And there was a bunch of guys that got together. In fact, there's 9 of us. And got together and went and inquired to see if we could start a club. And so we got the okay and to start one, and knowing that if the first one was a flop, we was all going to lose $1,000. But we all worked together, and from the day it started, this club has not ever had a down year. And that's good. It doesn't only speak for any certain brands. We have all brands, and we're not partial to any brands in this club. I am not partial to any brand in the club, but I do like Allis-Chalmers the best.
Some would call that partial, but that's we'll
okay.
let. So how many Allis-Chalmers do you have?
Right now I'm down to 8. I've usually always had 12 through the years. I'm down to 8, and that's probably where I'll stay. I'm 85 years old, so I'm not asking for any more to work on.
Yeah, well, we heard Kayla's in the market of getting some. If you
That's the way it is?
Yeah, you need to.
Well, you can find one more probably.
There you go.
You never always find one more.
Of the ones you own, there's one sitting right here in front of us, I think. Isn't that right?
That is not mine, but
you've got a G.
I own a G, yes.
Okay, and it's quite unique looking, so obviously folks can't see that. But tell us, there's a lot of different shapes and sizes, obviously, over the years. Do you have a favorite that you own, and do you have a favorite that Alice made?
Yeah, I did, but I sold it.
You're supposed to keep those.
Yeah. I had a UC that I really enjoyed pulling, and I won a lot with it. So it's a good combination. But there was a young guy that needed it worse than I did.
Okay.
So I sold it to him. I've got a mate to it, which is a standard tractor, they call them, which is a wide front end and it's low down. and it's called a U, not a UC. So that's the difference in them. They both are almost identical tractors except for the final drives on them. So that one I like well too. So, you know.
You know, talking about there was somebody younger came along that needed that
Yeah.
tractor worse than
Yeah.
you. And I think that's something, my family's been involved a long time here too, that you see year after year is you're always trying to help somebody out.
Yeah, and you have to keep the young guys interested. You know, that's what keeps it going. And over the years, we've gone through years where you can't hardly find any young ones, and then you turn right around and you find 2 or 3. You know, whether they're buddies or what the reason is, but usually someone comes along, and of course there's a lot of work in it. You know, it's fun, but it's not all fun.
It's like a day of farming, as Clark would say,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. I when I grew up, I worked for a lot of farmers. My dad was not a farmer, but I worked for a lot of farmers.
Now, you were a founding member, obviously, of the Power of the Past.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, we kind of talked to Clark about this too, but to sit here today and see what this show has become, what's that
really
mean
grown.
to you?
It is really grown. I'm proud of it. I'm really proud of this show. And it's a good show. It's not, you know, there's a number of things for different people to do. And it's been able to grow enough that it's interesting. And so... And the tractor turnout, you know, depends on what brand or something like that sometimes. But I'm going to say it like I said to one guy one time. He had a tractor and, of course, probably painted in an automotive paint booth, you know, and really looked sharp. He was there, and beside him was an old tractor about like that, only it didn't look near that good, you know, beside him. And he was bragging, carrying on about that, you know, and he didn't really like that tractor next to him. I said, well, you can look at it all day, but I said, that guy's probably prouder of that one than you are of yours.
Yeah.
So, you know, and this is a hobby that is something that in most cases you can work on yourself too. You know, you can reap some benefit from it. Not everything is. Some of it goes backward, you know, but it's enjoyable usually. And I like to see any young guy that wants to get into it. And I'm glad to give anybody information. I don't work on all of them anymore. In fact, I only work on my own just about anymore. But I sure like to give information.
Do you have any family that's also gotten involved with the show?
I had a sister and brother-in-law that were, but he's passed, so they aren't here anymore in it.
Have you owned anything besides an Alice after that first John Deere?
No.
He's not partial, though.
No, that's right.
No. You can tell I'm not partial. I mean, everybody around here knows I'm not partial.
So, do you have a Kubota lawnmower just to keep the orange paint orange, or are you...
No, it's a Cub.
Okay, well, there you go. Just
it's yellow, you know.
It's
yellow.
curveball.
See, the latest orange tractor is yellow because Alice Chambers bought the division from Caterpillar.
Okay.
And it's called Challenger.
Oh,
okay.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Huh. There you go.
You are so full of information, and we've truly enjoyed that.
I thank you very much.
Truly have. And thanks for being a part of starting this show all those years ago, and it just continues to grow and prosper.
Yep. I'm glad to see you guys.
Yeah, well, we're glad to be here, and we couldn't do it without the help of the Power of the Past. It's a lot of fun to talk about the different histories, the different pieces, the different parts, and just learn a little bit each year. As we said in the very opening block, it's always fun when the title tractor, the featured tractor, rotates through, because you've got some here that won't be here any year until the next year it's an Alice year.
Yep. And my wife always says I don't talk much.
What does she know?
Tell her you got a job on the radio.
Yep. Okay.
Well, hey,
I thank you guys for being here.
Thanks, Don. Thanks for having us.
Yep.
And we'll be back in just a couple minutes here on WTRE to kind of wrap it up from the first day of the Power of the Past.
Get a great deal on versatile Kubota equipment today, like the Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor, the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S., Z-Series mowers, and Sidekick utility vehicles. Stop by your local Kubota dealer today. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available, or save up to $4,000. Now through September 30th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Visit Stone's Farm Service at 921 East Main in Greensburg, or call them at 812-663-3787.
Be your project big or small, make sure you've got the right gear to get the job done. B&C Rental has a huge lineup of equipment from backhoes and tractors, skid loaders, excavators, trenchers, lifts, stump grinders, pressure washers, all kinds of lawn implements, and Harley and Aaron can fill your propane gas grill tank as well. Plus, B&C has a nice lineup of U-Haul trucks, vans, and trailers if you've got something to haul. B&C Rental at 1131 West Ridge Parkway in Greensburg. Phone 812-662-6668.
Berger Electric in Greensburg offers a variety of electrical services, including residential, construction, and commercial wiring, recessed lighting installation, and electrical maintenance and repair, with specialties in landscape lighting and generators. Located at 933 North Michigan Avenue in Greensburg, visit their website, BergerElectricLLC.com. For all of your electrical needs, contact Berger Electric at 812-614-9109.
Whether it's your wedding day, the arrival of a baby, or simply a just because bouquet, Expression Florist is certain to have a perfect arrangement for you or a loved one. We are here to celebrate life's most exciting moments with you. We are also here to honor life's most difficult moments with you. The team at Expression Florist works with local funeral homes to create a lasting, memorable tribute to honor your loved ones' lives. Not only are we a full-service florist, but we also carry a large variety of gifts, including home decor, willow tree figurines, sympathy gifts, wind chimes, and so much more. Call Expression Florist today at 812-663-5147 or stop by to shop and meet the team at 943 North Michigan Avenue. Expression Florist, fresh blooms and smiles guaranteed.
Halderman Real Estate and Farm Management brings over 90 years of experience and industry knowledge to you and your operation. Whether it's assisting you with selling your farm or providing you with farm management solutions, serving our clients remain our priority. Whether it's equipment, agricultural real estate, recreational real estate, or even that rural residential housing, Halderman can help. Contact us today at halderman.com.
Tree Country 1330 WTRE. Welcome back to the Power of the Past. It is the 36th year. We're coming to you live from the tractor field. We are in the Sea of Orange this year.
That's right. There's a lot going on out here, and it's there's more people filtering in. Of course, we've approaching the 6 o'clock hour. There's some folks coming out, some kids over there checking out one of the smaller tractors. So it's coming alive.
It is. It's always fun to kind of watch them out and about and taking it in as they make their way through. So excited to have everybody out here. It's this weekend, starts today. It's open and goes through Sunday. But part of my family thinks the best part of the show is it involves Frank.
Frank, so you oversee the toy show part of it.
Yes.
Which is sometimes a lost feature, maybe, in that people don't realize that there's such a big component of the show that's happening down in the poultry barn.
Yeah. Well, and the headquarters.
And the headquarters, okay.
Yes. And what I like about it, it's just great for all the kids, and then they can get involved in it and maybe continue going on later on in life, with tractors and stuff. But, yeah, it's just a good hobby.
You have vendors that come from all over for this show.
Yes. I've got them from Illinois and Iowa, but that's about the furthest away. And then I got some from down around Washington, Indiana, and down in there. So, yeah, I've got about 80 tables set up, and they'll all be full, plus a few more. So it should be a good show.
And that starts on Friday, so it's a little bit. There'll be a few here tomorrow, you said, but
yes.
Really Friday's the.
Yeah, Friday they'll all be here. I got about 5 vendors that'll be here tomorrow, but all of them will be here. I got probably about 20 vendors will be here then Friday, and everything will be ready to go Friday.
What I always think is interesting walking through that toy show is there are so many different pieces that you just cannot even believe. And as things begin or have progressed, the detail and the specifications of things have just gotten it's just so intriguing to look at all of that stuff.
Right. But like scale models, Ertls, of course, Ertl moved over to China back in the 80s. But they can't make a toy unless they made a real one, tractor. So you kind of put that in perspective that, their dad's got a real tractor, you can find a toy out there, or a combine, or anything you need. So it's just great to get the kids involved. You just see them in there, and it's really neat to see the kids.
And there's thousands of items that these folks bring, set up incredibly elaborate and well-stocked booths.
Yeah.
This is sort of their full-time summer job, right? Or some of them travel. This is what they do.
Well, they'll travel to Florida during the winter and down south and stuff. But, yeah, it's a big business. It really is. I got involved in it just because I thought it'd be cheaper than buying a big tractor, but I don't know now. So
you've got more in your barn, numbers wise, than some folks do, though. You've got more toy tractors than folks have real tractors because they take up less room.
Well, yeah, yeah. And then I got toy semis too. And my dad collected toy semis, and I kept them and then kept buying some more and everything. So I probably got about 1,000 of them or better, and I probably got close to 2,000 toy tractors. So.
Do you have those on display, or do you rotate what's in and out?
Nope, I just got them on a shelf.
No? You have a color? You got are you green?
Yeah, I'm green
red?
all the way.
Green all the way.
There we
Okay.
go.
Oh, he's on Kayla's team.
We need a poll. We need like a board. We need a tally board.
Hey, do they make a red tractor?
I haven't seen one out here yet.
I was just looking at pictures of his collection, and oh my goodness,
I didn't know they was out there.
They were out there. You never know what we're going to dig up on you.
Everything's on Facebook, and we've got a great team over here that
They
just
just
gets
find
us
it.
information.
I got 3 bedrooms full, and then I got a model of the dairy down at Let's, and it's got of course this is for the expanded with 2 barns, and the first barn I've got a model of it with like 5,000 head of little toy cows and everything. So it's just a neat hobby.
Yeah. I always think it's really fun at the fair when folks bring in the 4-H projects that have the toys and the model tractors,
farmscapes.
the farmscapes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So